Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we are back with final two wars of the season. New Nation is taking on ZEEN in the War 11, and I believe next in War 12. Now New Nation had an amazing season with only loss to GT40. We matched GT40 twice. We lost to them once, and then we beat them once. And it's kind of funny because we were the only alliance who beat GT40, so we were their only loss, and they were our only loss. But they had better win-to-death ratio, to a point basically where unless they lose, we can't overtake them. And at the same time, at the point of War 11, it was also quite clear that if we win this war against ZEEN, then we have basically a guaranteed second place finish. So let's see how we did that. This entire war is going to be quite rapid because it's going to be a CGR fest, and that's why I didn't upload it separately, because the entire thing, we're going to start here on path 9, go up against Killmonger. So I'm going to activate all the pre-fights here against Killmonger so I can parry freely, and that doesn't give Killmonger any power. We're going to boost up, and here you can see that we have the rainbow boost with a small attack and health boost, and the bigger champion boost. We're going to use some cosmic power boosts, and then obviously we're just going to do CGR things. So I did not want to upload this entire thing separately. I haven't taken a Killmonger in this node, I think, like ever before, but the point is still pretty much the same. Parry heavy, finish a combo with the light, especially if you have Magneto House of X pre-fight. Then finish a combo with the medium, go for level 2, drop that level 2, get pushed to level 3, and nuke him down further. And that is all there is to it. There's just nothing else, and that is one very dead Killmonger. Now this next fight is trickier, and we can see it actually kind of becomes a bit messy. So we have Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison, Insult, Injury, Feat of Indestructible, and Power Focus. And we have our Mega CGR, so I'm going to use Magneto House of X pre-fight as well, because absolutely why not. And let's see. The plan is basically the same, except that I know that when I drop a heavy attack, I will have my controls reversed, so I do need to kind of wait that out a bit. Here, push, and he's indestructible. So I should have just thrown my special attack here, but I waited out. Everything's fine. I'm just going to parry it out. I am just going to wait out the poison phase, because I do not want to deal with that insult to injury basically at all. And here I do have no debuffs on me, and I have Fate Seal, but he still went indestructible. What I should have done is waited slightly before I throw my level 3. Because now that level 3 is being thrown whilst he's indestructible, and that sucks. So I basically did no damage there. But I do have the Fury, and I just do a casual 47k medium straight afterwards, and the fight's finished. We can actually rewind there for that last combo a bit. It was quite satisfying. So here we can see 47, 31, 31, 33k. So that 4 hits. And they dealt, what, 130, 140k damage there. That's quite nice. It's quite nice, not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna give my CGR a potion before we're gonna take on the Null. And there's basically, you know, the same thing. Nothing special happening there. I did choose to use Advanced Power Boost here, just because I know Null messes with your combat power rate. At times it can be annoying, and I just wanted to make sure that, you know, there's absolutely nothing happening. Now, looking back at it, it was a bit of a waste of a power boost here for sure. Everything would have went, you know, perfectly fine. But with that power boost, I also can have an absolutely new plan. I just finished a combo with light, finish a combo with medium. I didn't even really need to finish that combo, because if you use a power boost, there's no need to throw that heavy attack to begin with. You can just finish a combo with light and then find another opening, do a couple of hits, and you'll be fine. And that is one dead Null yet again, this time not as a boss. And then I have a couple of fights here in section 2. where I have to deal with this Vision Arcus first. We're gonna put on a smaller Cosmic Power Boost. I'm making sure that I'm recording there. So because it's Vision Arcus and because he can purify non-damaging debuffs, I'm gonna use my last Magneto House of X pre-fight here. This was also the reason why I brought in Odin, in order to basically at all times be winning the buff battle. And I am getting, you know, all the power gain from Rich Get Richer, which is awesome. So another combo. I do have that armor break on me, not a big deal. Complete nuke into level 3. Again, job done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, one dead Vision Arcus yet again with our basic run. So all of the fights in this war are going to be taken by CGR with the pre-fights. And now we have Super Skrull here. And Super Skrull is nothing special as well. I'm gonna give my CGR a potion there. I have had actually fairly reasonably economical season with my potions. I'm quite happy with that. Again, here we can start with parry, heavy, finish a combo with light. I'm going to finish a combo with medium. I'm nearly at 3 bars of power there, but it's all good. Thanks to Rich Get Richer. Again, after that level 2, I get pushed to level 3, and everything just gets nuked down. So that was my entire War 11, so you guys can kind of understand why I didn't make it into a separate video. As for how we did in War 11, we were actually this close. Actually, this close to finishing completely deathless. We were 13 fights away. I think the closest... I think we had like 6 or 7 fights left. And we hadn't died at all. Unfortunately, we did end up dying once. So, that kind of sucked. Yeah. So, it ended up being 17 to 1. We could have had a perfect 0. But I digress. I'm gonna get them next time. And then the following war is against Next, and we're gonna see that for the first time ever, I'm bringing in CMM in war with me, Nimrod and Magneto House of X. Yeah, going up against Next. It is a bit of a mismatch here at the end. However, again, after winning previous war, this war for our alliance wasn't particularly meaningful. We knew that GT40 ain't gonna lose their last war. We knew that we are not going to overtake them, and as long as we clear our map, we have the second place guaranteed. And that's it. It doesn't matter whether we win or lose this one, because we are 2 wins ahead. The closest, as I said before, it's only GT40 and us at this point who have 10-1, I think, and then the closest people are 8-3. With their season ratios, so even if we lose, we would end up with being 10-2, and we would still have an entire war's kind of worth of win bonus advantage. So we're good, but at the same time, obviously we want to clear as well as we can. So I'm going to use CMM here against this Annihilus. First of all, Magneto House of X pre-fight is always extremely useful against Annihilus, because then you can parry him basically whenever, and there's no problem there. I'm using a Power Start boost, and this is Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Poison. Now, obviously, CMM is poison immune, so I do not need to worry about that. And Incinerates, well, they're going to give her extra charges, and she's going to enter binary pretty much immediately, as we can see here, and get her Furies, and, well, everything's happening absolutely wonderful. She is Sick and Tired attacker, so she does get the benefit from the heal block as well, in case she's going up against conduits. And since I had a power boost, basically level 2 into level 3, and that is 1 dead Annihilus. So CMM does work extremely well for this Hazard Shift node as well, pending who are your opponents, especially if you start up with a power boost, and then basically by the time you get to 2 bars of power, your opponent is just ready to be unalived. And now I need to go up against this Wolverine of Next. I have dealt with this specific placement quite a few times in the past, and it wasn't up until recently that I discovered the easiest way how to deal with this guy is just not to wait out the Incinerate phase, but to build towards the level 2 with your heavy attacks, because even if you do get 1 Incinerate, it's not going to do much damage. But thanks to that, and a power boost in this case, we can see that he is going to go unblockable, unstoppable in the middle of my special attack, but it just doesn't matter. And we can see that we drop that level 2, and there is so much damage that he just dies, because obviously Nimrod's level 2 is unblockable too. And yeah, there is just nowhere for that Weapon X to run. So this was like the easiest Weapon X fight that I pretty much ever have had. And now we have another Hazard Shift fight, which I'm gonna use my CMM for again. Now I still have a bit of time on my Power Start 1 boost. I still have my Cosmic boosts active. Now, obviously Silver Surfer is a Conduit champion, but Captain Marvel is a Sick and Tired attacker. So long as I get 3 debuffs on the guy, I will be fine. And that means, you know, 3 armor breaks, 1 chain touch binary shouldn't be too hard to accomplish, or then the stun debuff. So here I just go for a level 2 and he is stunned and nearly dead, and then I go for another level 2 and he didn't quite die, but you know, close enough. So we actually ended up nuking stuff with CMM in the final war of the season, which is quite interesting. And then my final fights, these were actually the very last fights of New Nation in this season because I had to wait until the boss goes down. Well, in reality, I could have taken one of my fights probably with CMM, that Green Goblin over there, before the boss goes down, but it's just easier to do it after the boss is down, so I don't have to deal with Conduit. So these turned out to be the very, very last 2 fights my Alliance takes this season to kind of, you know, finish the deal, seal the deal. So here I'm up against Magneto House of X, obviously against Nimrod. Being magnetized, you know, doesn't really do anything. And I just need to nullify, no, but get rid of all of his prowesses, so he doesn't get his unblockable special attacks. I have tons of armor, he can't really do anything. As soon as I get level 2, that is it. The party is over for this guy. And now we need to go up against this Green Goblin. I'm going to use my last guidance. And Green Goblin does have quite an interesting interaction here, because his passives, the cunning that gives him regen, also counts for Nimrod's abilities. And here, because of the node, he gains all of those prowesses because I block the level 1, which I can obviously quite easily get rid of. So I'm not really afraid of him going unblockable during special attacks. And yeah, that means Nimrod in this fight also ramps up like super quickly. And the only thing that I really do care about is getting to level 2. And as soon as level 2 gets thrown, I just know that, you know, life's good. Nimrod's gonna do his job. I do have Liquid Courage double edge for these fights on, as well as recoil, so obviously 1 level 2. And that is it. And that's very safe and sturdy. And we finished this war. As I said, I did the very last fights of our team. And we died more in this war. But again, that's largely just because we really did not have any pressure to do well. Like, there was absolutely no reason to, you know, fully boost for every fight and stuff like that. We obviously still wanted to win. We still had to clear, but basically our fate, our placement was decided on the leaderboard. And yeah, this means that New Nation had one of the best seasons that I have been in the Alliance with, especially recently, where we went 11-1. Only loss was GT40. And we finished 2nd overall with identical rating to the first place Alliance, with the difference being the fact that they died fewer times than we did, which worked out to be the tiebreaker here in this situation. So, well happy with our Alliance performance, and I hope you guys did awesome as well in your own seasons and are happy to be getting Alliance War season rewards tomorrow. I definitely am, because that probably means a new rank 4. Alright, till next time guys, see ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about